What up, YouTube? Timu's here. Since this month I'm doing my reviews from past May films, here's my review for Shrek 2. Now, I of course just did my review for the first Shrek, which I saw messed up. I literally thought the first Shrek was released in April. Turns out it was a May release. I read somewhere that was an April release, so I forgot that it was May. But still, here's my review for Shrek 2. Now, Shrek 2, it's definitely my top 10 favorite anime movie sequels there is. Obviously, Toy Story 2 is my favorite, but Shrek 2 is up there. It's now Shrek 3 and 4 was okay. I mean, I guess Part 3 was decent. 4 was a little left side, but Shrek 2 I adore. Of course, featured the iconic song "I Need a Hero," sung by the Fairy Godmother. And here you got and of course the movie takes place, a couple years after the events of the first Shrek, where Shrek and Fiona return for their honeymoon to find that they have been invited by Fiona's parents to a royal board to celebrate their marriage. But of course, her parents does not realize that she's actually married to an ogre, and they don't even know about her, position either. They pretty much say that she married Prince Charming and all. And so this movie was actually like Shrek 2 was actually inspired by the classic movie Guess Who Coming to Dinner, believe it or not. And of course, you've got Fiona's parents, King Harold, who's voiced by Monty Python star John Cleese, and her mother Queen Lillian, who's voiced by Julie Andrews, are shocked to see that both their daughter and son-in-law are ogres and all. And so Harold, particularly repulses at dinner here, and so Shrek and Harold get into like this heated argument. And Fiona's of course disgusted by both their behavior, and so the character of Harold is reinvented by this fairy godmother who's voiced by Jennifer Saunders, and her Prince Charming as Charming. And so of course, the character, the fairy godmother actually puts a spell on Shrek to make Shrek into a human, and Donkey, and she also turns Donkey into a horse. So there's that too. Of course, you also had the introduction of Antonio Banderas, voice of Puss in Boots. You also have some interesting, a new edition character like classic fairy tale characters. You even had, a cool cameo by Joan Rivers, pretty much voicing like herself, if you will. You even got the late great Larry King voicing Doris the Ugly Stepsister. It was really cool hearing Larry King in this. Rupert Everett, of course, plays Prince Charming, or I should say, voices Prince Charming. The movie was also directed by the late animated director Kelly Asbury, who did a really good job directing. Uh, you, I thought Shrek 2 was, pretty good. Like, of course, it was not as good as the first Shrek movie. Like, unlike Toy Story 2, where I think Toy Story 2 is as good as the first Toy Story, I don't really think the same with Shrek 2, but it's still really solid. You know, of course, it was really cool to hear Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz once again voicing these characters, with new additions like Antonio Banderas, John Cleese, Mary Poppins herself, Julie Andrews. I mean, it's definitely a really cute, charming one. Like the boss scene was pretty cool to watch. Uh, Donkey as a horse was pretty cool. I mean, he's a stallion on the edge. And I mean, yeah, Shrek 2 is definitely a really awesome one. I mean, the movie was actually premiered on this day back on May 19th, 2004, and I believe it still holds up. So yeah, Shrek 2 is definitely hands down so awesome. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen Shrek 2? If so, what star were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Out of all the Shrek sequels, which one is also your favorite? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is Simon sign out.